magari si affaccia. Sarebbe bello, no? Tu la chiami e lei si affaccia. Non c'è niente da fare, la Bianca stasera non c'è.
I'm gonna make it quick, all right? So first thing first, as a young man, the more that you exposing yourself out there, networking with people. In a lot of culture, we already have this, especially cultures individual outside of the US. You know, you have a culture of when you show up to somebody's house, when you go meet somebody, you don't go empty-handed. I'm going sailing and this individual, you know, we just met recently. So, you know, I can't just show up on the boat, you know, freaking empty-handed. As a person who's a man, and two, he owns a boat, you know, most likely into cigars, you know, maybe not, maybe he is, who knows, I might be wasting money, but at the end of the day, it's just that etiquette, you know, building that reputation and just, I don't know how to say it, just, just do it, you know, don't show up empty-handed, you know. I'm into cigars and I'm assuming he's into cigars. If not, it's okay, you know. Anyway, we're going to pick out one thing here. Hopefully this comes out good because I don't have a tripod. I don't know how it looks like. But yeah, let's go ahead and choose something here. And with cigars, honestly, I'm fairly new to it myself. So at the end of it, what I learned, though, is it's not always about the price, but what the goal is, you know, because cigar is supposed to hold conversation. You know, the longer the cigar is, it doesn't mean, you know, it's gonna last long. You know, the thicker ones usually tend to last longer.
Ma che buio stasera.
And yes, I did all this on a game day. The Super Bowl was going on as I was out here sailing. Now, we did win, so I'm not even tripping. When I got back home, I watched the highlights, you know, so hey. My first channel, I've built a solid community of over 100,000 subscribers. I generate $15,000 per month, and here's how. I've posted 18,000 short form content, and some of those content pay anywhere from 500, 1,000, and even 10,000 per short form content that I post. The problem that most people are facing right now is, number one, you're not posting enough content. Number two, the type of content that you're posting is not the right content for the type of customer that you want. The promise that I have for you today in this video, I would love to share with you the steps and strategy that's taking me to the next level. And honestly, I want to pause right here and mention this. This is a strategy that I'm stealing from Alex Hormozi himself. Now, it's not stealing if he's giving it away for free on YouTube. And by the way, you can check him out on YouTube, Alex Hormozi. He gives great tips for entrepreneurs. Basically, it's how to build influence rather than how to get as many subscribers as possible. I want to break this into 4 parts so that way you can think about how you want to approach making content, okay? How to build a brand in general, basically. When you present yourself on social media, where you are branding, people remembering you, who you are, how you present yourself. Hormozi share about this technique called SPCL, and let's dive into it. One is status. This is why you sometimes hear me talk about proof, and in the visual you see the proof. Like, for example, earlier you saw that I went to a cigar shop and I went to go pick up some cigar, and I showed you visually, you saw like the prices and you saw me in the store. And status, to simplify that, is if you control anything valuable that people want, then you are a person in a position of status. For example, for my Americans here is, remember when you was in high school, some of you may still be in high school, but remember when you was in high school, there was groups of individuals. There were the nerds, the cool kids, and whatever else. Focus on the cool kids. The cool kids, we all know them because we want to hang out with them. You always ask yourself, how do I get in that group? How do I become one of them? because they hold a status that I'm influenced to want to be a part of. So the second one in that list would be power. Now, before I lose you, let's simplify this. I am an individual who's 27, living in Seattle, one of the most expensive city in the United States, and I live by the water. I have neighbors I have a neighbor who's a professor. I have a neighbor who's a CEO. So that's my community. That's where I live. Those people have influence over me because I'm up and coming. And I position myself to align with where I want to be. They're already there where I want to be, so they have the power and influence over me. I'm covering, the two, the influence and power, and obviously they're going hand in hand. And so basically, as I share those, I attract the same people who are along the same journey, because if they are not, then it's not applicable to them. So they wouldn't even stay longer to watch, right? You're here because this whole thing is making sense to you. And not only that, you feel so close to it that you're going to continue taking the steps that you're taking, because it's already the right steps, because you are consuming knowledge that you are applying to what you're doing, and it's getting you closer and closer and closer, because as you hear, as you see, and you do, because we're doing it as we are talking about it, and we are showing you it. Status, power, credibility, and likeness. That's the special that we are talking about. Remember, the SPCL. And so the likeness is basically, you can look at it this way, similarity, right? You're watching this video because one, you may be a Black individual, or you may be an entrepreneur, or you have an interest in creating content, right? Either way, there's that likeness that contributes to the four letters special. And one, or you may like working out like me, because I show working out. I'll show videos of me working out. Or you may like cars, I share the, exotic cars that I'm around sometime, or the music taste that I share, that I play sometime. Basically, there's that likeness, that intertwines with something that you like. And the more that I know of what my viewers like and what they are into, if I'm into that same thing, then I dive even deeper into that. And that builds even a stronger community, a stronger connection between me and you, because we are growing together and we have the likeness, we like the same thing. If you're a young Black man navigating through life without a blueprint, listen to this part. Okay, I'm ending this video with a bonus. Here are my 5 core competency, simplified 5 rules. And for any other non-Black viewers, don't feel left out, because this intertwines with what we were talking about earlier, okay? So just because I mentioned Black, it doesn't mean that this is not for you. At the end of the day, we're growing together as a community. So listen. So back to the 5 rules that will help you thrive in life. 1 is emotional control. Remember, stoicism is a weapon. If they can make you mad, they own you. 2, skills over swag. Listen, you need to pick up a skill or two, okay, whether in tech or just learning a trade or something, because that makes you valuable. The marketplace pays for skills, not vibes. 3, your word is law. If you say something, I believe you. I know you're gonna do it. Reliability is the rarest trait nowadays. 4, protect and don't prey on other people. 5, be a producer and not a consumer. Build something that will outlive you.